Why didn't the Florida Gators go after another transfer portal quarterback? Because Florida fans saw the spring football game. They saw Graham Mertz. They saw Jack Miller. Didn't see a lot of points scored. And so that sort of started the rumblings. Once you saw Peyton Thorne in the portal and Casey Thompson in the portal, you're saying, okay, maybe we go and add another guy. Maybe add some more competition to this room. And I just want to start with this. That's a fair assessment. Like, watching the spring game, it was not a lot to get excited about. But the way that I understand this whole, transfer portal deck to be shuffled, the way that Florida felt, I would imagine, is they already went to the portal and got themselves Graham Mertz. They feel like if they went and got a Peyton Thorne or a Casey Thompson, are they really going to be better set up for success than Graham Mertz? Is it really just a huge talent gap between those guys, especially with Casey Thompson and Peyton Thorne not getting spring practice? Like, if I bring a really good lunch from home, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not going to go out to eat. Now, if there was, a 5-star restaurant that I could go to, or if there was an A-plus option in the portal at quarterback, then maybe this conversation changes a little bit. But I would just say, for Graham Mertz, I don't think that he is substantially worse than Casey Thompson or Peyton Thorne. I don't think there's a huge talent gap. Like, I don't think Florida's record changes if you go and add one of those guys versus what you have with Graham Mertz or Jack Miller when it comes to this quarterback room at Florida. So why didn't they go to the portal? It wasn't really a big upgrade to be had in the eyes of the staff and in my eyes as well. I think that's how this whole thing worked out with the Florida quarterback situation as it stands right now in Gainesville. Now, Florida Gator fans, y'all have been rocking with us for a minute. We appreciate you for that. Make sure you subscribe right here to the On3 YouTube channel. We talk college football every single day. You're watching a college football video, and it's May, and we love you for that. We're cut from the same cloth, all right? So make sure you subscribe right here. Also, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram as well, at JD Pakel. So, with the conversation around, I wish Florida had gone to the portal to get a transfer quarterback. Again, fair thing to say. I understand that. There was a lot to be desired when you watched the quarterback play in that spring game. But I can't help but think, man, doesn't Florida have some other needs they should go and get in the portal before you look at the quarterback position? Because at the quarterback position in 2023, they're not going to ask whether it's Graham Mertz or Jack Miller. They're not going to ask either guy to go out there and be Patrick Mahomes. They're not going to line it up and say 4 verts, we're going to live and die by whoever's playing quarterback. Like, let's go. That's not going to be the approach. The approach is going to be, we got Trevor Etienne, we got Montrell Johnson. We're going to feed that 2-headed monster and ride off into the sunset as long as we possibly can with both those cats. And then when defenses try and creep up, we're going to hit to Ricky Pearsall. We're going to throw the ball to Andy Jean. Like, that's going to be the approach that I think Florida takes. It's not going to be a situation where you live and die by having an A-plus performance at quarterback. The responsibility for a Graham Mertz or a Jack Miller is going to be to keep that defense honest. Because as soon as defenses feel like they're not scared of Graham Mertz or they're not scared of Jack Miller or they don't feel like they can hit the open shot, for lack of a better term, if they leave somebody one-on-one coverage, that's where you start to have problems. When you're no longer a threat, and I say threat, no longer a threat enough passing the football, then guess what defenses do? Coach, let's stack the box. They're not throwing the football. Coach, heat them up. There's no shot they're doing anything against our secondary. We're not scared of that quarterback. And so going back to what I was originally saying about the transfer portal, does it not feel like maybe Florida could have or maybe will help themselves before all the dust settles on the offensive line, get some more insurance there? Maybe they go and try and find some solutions on the outside at receiver. Like, if I'm a Florida Gator fan, I understand there was excitement around Peyton Thorne, there's excitement around Casey Thompson. I don't think that Florida's in this conversation right now, to my knowledge, but if I'm a Florida Gator fan, I am on the table screaming and shouting, saying, go get Keon Coleman. Go get the best receiver in this transfer portal class that's available right now. Go get him. He changes our offense tremendously. That's how I would be viewing this. Because, again, I don't think you're living and dying by who's playing quarterback for you in Gainesville this coming season. Just my own 2 cents. Again, I don't know that there's any smoke with Keon Coleman. That's just the posture I would have towards the Keon Coleman situation when it comes to Florida, how they could be next season. Because everything for Florida is going to be built on playing complementary football. If we can run the football, we can move the chains. If we can run the football and cause those safeties to creep up, we're going to have a better picture to throw the football. If we can throw the football, keep the defense honest, then you can't stack the box. All of that then translates into, if we can sustain drives on offense, we let our defense catch their breath. We allow that defense that is still trying to ensure more depth, I think they will be deeper, then the defense is able to play better and be able to be more consistent because they're not left out there on the field for so long. So it all sort of works together. But again, for Florida, you didn't go to the transfer portal because you didn't feel like there was somebody that was going to change your record in 2023. It's my 2 cents on it. Florida fans, again, make sure you're locked in right here. We talk ball every single day. You love this sport. We love this sport. And so we're glad you're here. We're live tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Hit the bell so you don't miss out when we do go live. But listen, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.